and welcome to a, I guess now, annual
tradition
where we rank someone's Christmas discography. Last year we did the Beatles, and you can watch that video in the description / comments if you haven't. It's really good. It's fun. Do it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And if you want to subscribe to my weekly newsletter, Media Mondays, do that too. Link down below. It's on my Patreon, but it's free, so do it. I had a sip of wine, and I'm already like this.
I've already had most of this eggnog while you were getting the video set up.
Mm-hmm.
So,
do you want some wine?
You know, I think I'm going to finish the eggnog first.
Okay.
And then we'll see.
Okay. So today we are doing Elton John's Christmas discography. He has quite a few Christmas songs from his entire career, right?
But they recently re-released a lot of them in one collection.
Yeah. So a lot of them are in one collection. One of them is a, like, very notable exclusion.
Duet.
Oh, yeah, there's a very notable duet on there. There's a lot of fun stuff. So I think we can get started. This time we're using a tier list method. We'll see how that goes. I've never used a tier list before, so if that works, that works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
It might keep us a little bit more organized than last year.
Yeah, we were just kind of riffing. How in the world did we rank Wonderful Christmas Time that high?
We had just listened to a lot of very similar Ringo songs.
Yeah.
Which on their own are probably better than Wonderful Christmas Time. But we did our due diligence by listening and re-listening. So by the time Wonderful Christmas Time came along, it was refreshing after the very Ringo-heavy listening we'd been doing. I mean, we still ranked Ringo pretty highly throughout, but a lot of that album was similar to itself.
And now that we're through another Christmas season, I've heard Wonderful Christmas Time so much more against my will, and
it seems like it's very trendy on social media right now.
I don't get it.
So there's like a lot of, like, as you're scrolling, if someone's doing a Christmas craft or something, that's in the background a lot, which is unnecessary.
It's that, and every single verse of All I Want for Christmas Is You, like every single little bit of it is a different thing.
Yes. All I Want for Christmas Is You is probably a discussion for a different video.
I mean, if you want us to do Mariah's discography next year, let us know in the comments down below. But right now, it's all about the real diva, Elton John.
Elton John.
All right, do you want to play the first song?
Yeah. This one is a duet.
I do love the we've been in pain, but it's time to let it go. Just
Move on.
Fuck your pain.
Don't you have a hunch? It feels like a very 2020. We've all had a hard year, but we're gonna be happy, and it's like, it kept happening.
2021.
Yeah.
Same thing.
It's that vibe of like, wow, we've all really been through it, haven't we? That's very, like, you don't know you're beautiful.
I did work a lot with Wendy.
That's rough. Can we all spare a thought for the ones who have gone? Like, we were playing this earlier, and we're like, this is sweet, this is good, this is just like a...
Oh yeah, it's just like a vibe, and it's like, now we're listening to the lyrics.
And it's like, oh, it's a little bit glib.
It's like, fuck your pain, fuck the... spare a thought for the ones
Spare a thought for the ones who've gone.
But, like, actually, who cares? But for now, Merry Christmas!
It's just that weird balance that people were trying to strike, like, earlier in the pandemic, where it's like they were wanting to be sensitive to the fact that people were having a hard time, but still making, like, upbeat music. And it's like, if we don't mention that it's been hard lately, it'll seem... really out of touch.
We'll seem so insensitive, but you come off as more insensitive
by being like
in like this poppy song going,
we're gonna have a ball. Too bad not everyone's here, but it's gonna be great.
Yeah. So
I think it's still great to have on in the background at like a Christmas party or something. I think we can.
I give it an A tier for
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
We'll see how it goes. But like, I think it's fair to.
I also just do have a soft spot for like duets between artists of different generations.
Yeah, it's sweet. Elton works so much with younger generations, and like that works really in his favor, and it's really fun.
And it's nice. It's a nice vibe for Christmas because you're visiting your family and stuff. So to have like someone the kids know playing and someone the parents know playing is nice.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's that guy who sang with Dua Lipa. Is a
Which
very
we're coming to.
Yeah, or Lil Nas X. He's the one who played piano on Lil Nas X's song. Lil Nas X should do a full Christmas album.
That would be fabulous.
It's funny because it's like it's correct in so many ways. This song, but also. Because it's Ed Sheeran, it's kind of personality-less. It's like perfectly fine.
I think it
won't get annoying.
It's perfect to just not listen too closely, have on in the background.
It's like,
you know what it sounds like?
What?
An end credits song, like an end credits Christmas song. Mm-hmm. That would be like, this is a great end credits song.
Yeah, I'm just like imagining if I were a Target employee, and this kept playing. How much would I want to kill Ed Sheeran and Elton John?
Not that much.
Not that much, I don't think.
Not compared to a lot of other people that I would wish harm to working retail.
Yeah. So, next song.
Merry Christmas.
Spare a thought for those who've been lost.
Being fantasized away by retail employers.
I feel like that's the correct way to judge a Christmas song in terms of, like, annoyance level.
I think that is definitely an important criteria.
We need a rubric next year.
Every year we do a different ranking method, and then we rank the ranking methods.
Get in the comments if you want to see that.
All right, okay, what's next? Step into Christmas, I think. Okay. The titular track.
I like this song.
My only complaint is that it's too long. There is a disconnect in the narrative.
What do you mean?
Is he writing a Christmas card or singing a Christmas song?
Both.
Whoa. It defies genre.
It's like, you know, that the music video trope of someone like picking up a pen and writing their lyrics.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. It's that.
It's meta.
And as we know, Elton writes all of his music.
When we have good lyrics, we need to shout out Bernie.
Yes. And when we have especially bad, egregious lyrics, also shout out Bernie.
Yeah, I don't know if Bernie was responsible for the spare a thought for Ones You Love. But
no, I think that's more Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, that feels like it's their people.
That's the same, it sounds like the same guy who wrote I'm in Love with the Shape of You. Push and pull like a magnet too.
You know more about Ed Sheeran than I do. So Step Into Christmas is the titular album of the re-release of the Christmas collection.
It's also his like main Christmas song.
Yeah, it's probably his most well-known, most signature Christmas song. It's catchy. The piano's great. Like, that sounds like a Mario Kart noise.
He does something different with the lead-in piano every time, which makes it interesting and fun.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, there's always something a little different going on that it's like kind of okay that it's pretty long.
Annoyance factor-wise, if it was on in the background at a retail establishment, if I wasn't paying close enough attention to that, I do think by like the fourth or fifth chorus, I would be like, my God.
When is this song ending? What is happening?
Yeah. It's catchy enough though that like...
Yeah. And I think it's very of a specific era. Like you don't hear that kind of rock and roll anymore.
And yeah,
it's
it's like one of the things that we kept talking about last year was that it sounds different than what might be on rotation. So it's like, it's a little different than some of the other stuff that might be playing in like a generic Christmas playlist. So,
and like, if this played immediately after Ringo Starr's Christmas album and Paul McCartney's Wonderful Christmas Time, it would be a welcome relief.
Apart from Ringo's Little Drummer Boy, which is a masterpiece.
Yes.
I would put this A or B.
Yeah, I think if we put... I think the Ed Sheeran song is worse. I feel like we can switch that.
Yeah. Wow, it just got a demotion. We
Yeah.
just demoted an album.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how tier lists work. You can reorganize.
That's brutal. We should have gotten great sunglasses. That's... Should I go ahead and play the next one?
No.
Okay. It's okay.
No.
But it is dark outside and now I have sunglasses.
You're wearing your sunglasses at night and indoors.
Yeah, that's very suspicious behavior. Let's figure out what the next song is.
Mhm.
If it's the World War I one and this is the one we put the glasses on for, that would be hilarious. This is Ho Ho Ho! Who'd be a turkey at Christmas?
He's doing the Benny and the Jets thing.
A little bit, yeah.
This is the correct vibe for this song.
Yes.
Stupid.
It's delightful. It's absolutely delightful. I think it's pretty much that for another 3 minutes.
Yeah.
That is an absolutely delightful, just drinking song.
Yeah. Okay. Question.
Question for the culture.
Is it cultural appropriation
Of whom?
of the northern drinking culture people? Because he is putting on an accent.
Yeah, but it seems like he has a lot of other people behind him, like, who might be from there.
Yeah. The way he says bearded weirdy.
I mean,
Bearded
the
weirdy.
thing is that he's probably spent plenty of time up north getting hammered with, like, Liverpudlians and Scots. That he's just, meeting people's energy.
I think you're excusing some cultural
Okay.
appropriation
Okay.
of your people.
Of my people?
What? What?
Yeah, sure.
It's one of your people culturally appropriating another one of your people.
Yeah. I don't think that I'm close enough to be able to speak on behalf of that community. So I don't know if I can say with authority whether or not it's culturally insensitive to the north of Britain.
Well, I am.
This has gone completely off the rails.
Who cares? I don't. It's just that over and over again.
I think it's fun for the first minute, and then it gets a little bit like you didn't have any other ideas for this.
Mm-hmm. What picture are we using for this one?
What's the one where he looks the most drunk? Where he has all up close? Where he
the
looks...
green tracksuit?
Or that one, like where he looks kind of perturbed. Yeah. It's fine. I think that it has a funniness that levels it up a little bit in terms of artistry.
And the Benny and the Jets-ness of the opening endears me to it.
Yeah.
Because it reminds me of better Elton songs.
The thing, it doesn't feel like it's trying to be good.
No.
It's trying to be funny.
No.
And
they're doing a silly, goofy thing.
Bit too long for it to rest on the laurels of being funny.
Yeah. B tier?
That feels apt.
Yeah. I don't think it's as good as the Ed Sheeran.
Do we want to promote Ed Sheeran back up to A?
No.
Do we want to just put it because they're two different kinds of B tier?
Sure.
They don't have to be the same.
Yeah, it's a tier, and there can be variety within the tier.
Precisely.
Okay, fine.
Wait, what's next?
I don't know. You tell me?
I don't even know if this counts as a Christmas song. It's so Celine Dion. Derogatory. Very sad. And they have Christmas instrumentation, but I don't think he mentions Christmas. I would absolutely in no world put this on.
It's the Phil Collins.
could have been powerful if they had produced it completely differently. It's about a kid dying in a pointless war overseas.
They're angels. There's joyous noise,
and it's instrument like the
there's a small white cross.
The background like sort of instrumentation, and
I'm just like, in terms of Christmas song, there is a white cross. There's Jesus. There's angels. There's Victory's voice and joyous noise.
It's definitely making references. The musicality that has like sort of some bells and some Christmassy stuff. Not that every Christmas song has to be happy, or like I don't want to be reminded of people's suffering,
but it needs to be about Christmas at least. That's a good.
I'm a little bewildered at its inclusion on the Christmas collection, and not because I don't think that we should talk about hard things at Christmas, but because it doesn't reference Christmas strongly enough to feel like it has anything to do.
Also, it's so dramatic.
It is Celine Dion turning on a fan, Elton's hair blowing in the fan.
It's very Titanic, which, considering the subject matter of someone dying during World War I, apt, I suppose.
It's handled with a level of like
so cheesy,
maudlin overwroughtness that it stops feeling serious.
It's the same vibes as Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Yes, and it's just
where it's like so dramatic you can't take it seriously.
Exactly. I can't take this serious issue seriously because of how hard you're going with the like fucking Celine Dion production.
Yeah. I think this one where Elton is just talking and not looking happy is the right one for this one.
Yeah. I love how helpful this tier.
I think it's Grinch tier.
Just because it's like,
it's not a Christmas song.
I will never listen to it again. It's not powerful, but it's about a sad subject matter.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't move me in any way. I'll listen to like there's plenty of stuff that talks about Christmas hardship, but it like has to move me a little bit. This is just hard to listen to.
It's moving me to like
skip it. Apparently made a joke when he did it at a Christmas concert, according to Wikipedia, when I Googled this to see if it was for
Christmas thing.
Well, if it was like for the All's Quiet on the Western Front like adaptation or something like that. I wanted to make sure that if it was for something that we were thinking about it in that context, because it is the same name as that like famous book. It wasn't. And but he apparently
that's the same as Alicia Keys making that Girl on Fire song not being on the Hunger Games soundtrack, just releasing it at the same time, so everyone assumed it was.
Yes, it's hilarious. But no, he apparently like made a joke at a Christmas concert that it was his label's worst selling single.
And you know what? That's fair, because it's a bad song.
Why would you put that as a single? Whose idea was that?
I don't know.
It all comes down to the production. If it had been produced different, it would have been like, okay, it's another song where like Bernie is
being sad about
sad things, and you know.
I mean, I listen to a lot of sad music about sad things.
Yeah.
So much of it.
Yeah.
So I listen to bad sad music about sad things.
This is bad music.
I listen to early 2000s emo music.
You do.
On a regular basis.
That is a true fact about you.
And I can't tolerate this.
I would be curious to see it done, same lyrics, same Elton-y-ness, but in someone else's hands.
Or just like him and a piano.
Exactly. I think it could have been much more powerful. Is it the
same issue as What's-His-Face and Paul's song that he wanted stripped back?
Yeah, where they put all those overwrought strings on it, and he's had
the murderer producer, right?
Yeah, and he had to send them like the strongly worded letter being like, "Don't put strings on my music anymore." Because then they released a stripped back just piano version, and it's beautiful. Mm-hmm. I think that this could use that.
What's this one?
Cold as Christmas in the middle.
Oh God.
We hate this one even more. This needs a below Grinch tier. Just call it Coldest Christmas. I hate this song. I don't want to listen to any more of it. Please don't make me.
This song is telling a story, a beautiful story in my opinion. Oh. I lied, and our Christmas tree was like, no,
that is not the truth, Ellen.
I just think that there is something valuable to a song with subject matter that hasn't really been covered in a lot of songs, like breaking the news to your kids that your marriage is on the rocks.
While you're at a beach house.
While you're at this beach house on a beautiful island.
In July.
And
you're making you're comparing yourself to the Magi following the Star of David to find the Messiah as to how you went on your vacation with your wife and then realized that you weren't in love with her and then called your kids to complain about it to them.
And I think that's beautiful.
My brain just broke saying that sentence.
And just because something mentions Christmas does not make it a Christmas song. It is more of a Christmas song, technically, than All Quiet on the Western Front, but it takes place in July.
They say the words Christmas, and he says following the star.
He's basically saying the mother's heart is as cold as Christmas.
And she makes me feel like it's as cold as Christmas, even though I'm on a beach. And I'm like, our marriage is over, and figuring that out is comparable to finding the Son of God.
Yeah. I think that's S tier.
I'm so glad that you and I are able to disagree so vehemently and still get along.
I don't know, there's something so beautiful about a song that's all about not even breaking the news to your kids, just complaining to your kids while you're on this gorgeous vacation.
Oh, they know. If they're old enough to be left on vacation and, like, get a call in the middle of, like, your parents being gone, this is not news to them.
No. They're looking at the phone going, oh, there's Dad calling again. Hey, Dad,
This is probably his third call.
Hey, Dad, how's Christmas in July?
So bad. I hate your mom.
Also, like, Christmas in July specifically is a very nice thing that some families do.
Yeah.
And it's not this.
Which probably, I don't know if that was a thing when this was released, but it's so dumb. I have so much hatred for it. I wish I'd never heard it.
I relate to the wife. Towards Elton in the song. The character Elton.
Oh, I thought you meant by being on vacation.
No.
Well, Elton John calls your child and complains about you.
No, it's just that I have a lot of empathy towards the wife character in this.
I want a song from her point of view.
That's what we need. That's what we're really missing in all this.
Who should sing it?
Who is the woman he married?
Is she still with us?
I don't know. Or who's the one he sang Don't Go Breaking My Heart with?
Kiki.
Yeah, Kiki.
It's so bad! It's horrible. Imagine being the family whose, like, parents like Elton enough to put this on the Christmas playlist. And it comes on while you're, like, baking cookies. I hate your mom, even at the beach. I am like
also, like, I know this was, like, written and recorded at a different time, but it's not right to put your kids in the middle of your marital problems.
And I don't think that Bernie's lyrics here are making an argument in favor of this behavior.
It's just a man expressing a feeling to his children about how evil and cold his wife is.
Yeah, it needed its own
It's
row
bad.
for how bad it is. Yeah,
he looks like a single man.
Unhinged.
He looks like a divorcee.
In both. This looks like you've gone to your dad's at Boxing Day and this is what he's doing.
Yeah, it's like you've got the kids on the 26th.
And you put fucking toilet paper on the tree and, like...
And he just wears tracksuits now. That's just who your dad is now.
Okay. Calling it Christmas.
Another slow jam.
It's 4 minutes long.
Oh, this is the one that's with the R&B singer.
Yes. The white.
Because it's such an extremely R&B. Like, I can see the Boyz II Men, like, slide and snap.
Three Kings saw a light. Just like I saw that my marriage was falling apart. I told you this the last time, I never get tired of adding town at the end of Bethlehem because you can't think of what to rhyme Bethlehem with.
Them.
Him. Still, it's just like sticking town on the end there just always cracks me up. Like, Allenstown.
Bethlehem. That sound can be rhymed with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Why do people need town after it? What's the name of the singer?
Joss Stone. I get that she's like has a lot of accolades and is like very renowned in England. There's a lot of feeling like she is going through the motions of hitting black gospel music without like
actually going for it. I'm just like imagining any famous black female singer who is currently working.
Yeah.
And I'm going, she could do that better. She
Yeah.
could do that better. She could do that better. She could do that better.
Yeah.
Just like anyone. Like anyone with vocal training who was in like black choirs growing up.
Yeah.
Because that's the kind of music that they're doing. That's where R&B comes from.
Yeah.
Like,
and then it sounds like they have a black gospel choir backing them up.
yeah.
It's like, pull one of the women from the choir.
Yeah, it's just like she was hitting notes like ah,
It's like
you don't. That's not how that's supposed to
it's
sound.
such a like it's such a choppy like I am doing something creative and
where there should be a run, there are stops
scheduled. Like I'm gonna hit this note like this to make it sound like I'm doing a run.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's like AI generated gospel.
Yeah, I enjoy the song. I wish it was with a better
gospel singer.
And
she has a powerful instrument.
Oh yeah, she's a good singer. I just don't think this is the music she should be singing, but she's made her career off it.
So.
And I know nothing else about her, so no
probably
judgment
a lovely person.
Yeah, she's probably great. She's probably really nice.
Who knows? Or she could.
Elton John's worked with a lot of people. I don't think he remembers
maybe she can
these
sing
people.
the mom's perspective.
Yes.
And then somebody needs to sing the kid's perspective. Like, I'm just trying to get to soccer practice.
Elton, I'm talking directly to you now. Get her or get Chloe or Halle Bailey to sing on this song. Just like do a remix with one of those girls who have like really amazing R&B vocals.
Yes.
And get them on this song. You love to work with younger artists. Work with those women. All right. I think C tier.
C tier. It's perfectly fine.
It's perfectly fine if you want to listen to R&B Christmas music by white people.
This is the track for you.
Does Boyz II Men have a Christmas album?
Probably.
Yeah, they have plenty of Christmas songs. Go listen to the Boyz II Men Christmas albums instead. You're gonna have a better time.
We are gonna do Elton's cover of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
That's a really fun cover. He's just jamming.
But I like it better like that.
He's a better pianist than he is a vocalist.
I love
it's just so fun. It's just like a live piano version. He's just jamming out. He's having fun.
He's jamming with the band. Whoever's on guitar in that performance is so fun.
He's just doing what he's best at and making everybody clap and laugh and have a good time.
Just listening to Elton John do a fun rendition of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is just like so delightful. Yeah. I think it's A tier.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I think it would be best Christmas ever, but I think there's a better Christmas song I think Elton has it in him to come up with a better Christmas song.
I do think that if he released it like as the entire song, like not live, because there's something really fun about listening to him because he's like riffing with the crowd and everything. But like that piano on like a produced, released, like if it was the whole song, it could be up there with like best.
Yeah,
because it's
really fun.
It's so fun.
It's really fun. He's such a talented piano player.
The next one is a duet that we are including in the Christmas list. It was not included in the Christmas
album.
Seems like an oversight to not include this when other stuff that is also not explicitly referencing Christmas, and they were using this last year in a lot of like Christmas marketing and Christmas light shows.
Yeah, so the Saks Fifth Avenue, the one on Fifth Avenue, does this beautiful light show every year to music on the facade of their building for Christmas. And last year they used Elton John's music and ended on Cold Heart by Elton and Dua Lipa. So
they were pushing it as a Christmas song.
Yeah.
In a lot of... So we're including it because it seems as relevant to Christmas as some of the other stuff in the collection. Really fun.
Yeah, I think it's a really fun song. I think it's solidly like A to B tier.
Yeah.
Like, it's not really a Christmas song, but it is a bop, and they were marketing it towards Christmas.
I'm hearing it playing a lot right now anyway. And
it says Cold.
Baby,
It's Cold Outside is also considered a Christmas song, and there's no Christmas in that one.
Yes. I think it's one of those things that is, like, fun to have on a playlist, like, particularly early in December.
Yeah. Yeah, like, getting into the spirit, but not full-on Christmas silver bells all the time.
Yeah. It's a bop. It's a really solid bop.
Mm-hmm. Also, it's got the same issue as the Ed Sheeran, where it's like kind of personality-less.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like they're like remixing
Rocket Man, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's like which is something he's been doing. He did that with Britney too, with Tiny Dancer, where he's like referencing older stuff and then putting a new spin on it.
And it's like fun. It's not Elton's team or anyone remixing it. It's someone else remixing it. And, like, it's just Elton giving the okay to do that. I think on this one, he actually sang. Yeah. But, like, the Britney one, he just, like, kind of okayed it.
Yeah. And I think it's a cool way to introduce younger folks to his music who may not have, like, that on their radar.
Let's talk about the weird one.
Let's talk about Sausage Rolls for Everyone.
Come and sing and dance to sausage rolls with me. Get to the kitchen for sausage rolls. Lift up your toys and dance along.
So it's literally just a rewrite for charity that they did to the Elton Ed Sheeran duet.
So Lad Baby had a song the previous year called Sausage Rolls that got to Christmas #1 for charity, and they wanted to do it again. And they were like, let's up the ante and get Ed and Elton on this song. So it's just a remix all about sausage rolls.
Yeah, they change every lyric to be, like, about sausage rolls or, like, just different sort of
Christmas food, funny, silly things. I think it's fun. I think it's solid.
It's very silly.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as listenable as the original. Mm-hmm. But it's funny.
It's funny. I think the fact that it's for charity endears me to it more. I'm obsessed with the idea of a couple of YouTubers somehow getting Elton John and Ed Sheeran on their track.
Very cool.
They don't seem to be those kind of family vloggers, so I'm more okay with that. Yeah.
It also just, like, it's one of those things where I think that there's, like, because we've both studied and, like, lived in the UK, but there's, like, a lot of very specific, like, UK Christmas regional references that I think are probably getting bigger laughs from people from there than they would from us.
Also, we're vegetarians, so, like, a lot of the song just doesn't hit.
I think that this is a lot of fun. I think
it's fine.
It's very silly.
It's solidly C tier. I wouldn't really put it on, but I won't, like, I'm not against it.
Got a couple chuckles.
Yeah.
I think I'd probably rather listen to the original.
Yeah. I've supported other YouTuber attempts to get to Christmas #1, so I support and worse. Yes. That was a good one. This
Yes.
Christmas, if you look up Diggin' the Greats on YouTube, he tried to get This Christmas to #1 last year. And This Christmas is an amazing Christmas song, and everyone should listen to it.
If it's not
Yeah,
already on their
I was referring to a different British YouTuber who has since been canceled very long time ago. We don't talk about that era.
Now are we going to do the other duet
Mm-hmm.
before we do the grand finale?
Yes, I think we should do this other duet, which isn't on any of the Christmas playlists or anything, but I think it's a Christmas song.
I think it's... It wasn't pitched as a Christmas song, but, like, I mean, the album has, like, stars on it and stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's a very lighters up song.
This would be a great to put on at, like, Friendsgiving or something. Didn't he reach out to her about this? Because he heard her song and loved it so much. They gospel it up a little bit more than they do in the original.
Hand me a pen and I rewrite the pain. We don't shed Jesus away.
They sound so good.
They
together.
sound really nice together. Like, and they didn't auto-tune him the way that they've been doing so much with when he's doing newer stuff. And because the music video is just sort of them standing at the piano, it's such a, like, queer elder, younger queer person, like, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, the idea of chosen family is so important around the holidays and like, it's got a good vibe. It's emotional and meaningful.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not overwrought like the other emotional songs that Elton has seemed to put out around Christmas.
Yeah,
And
I
think
would
it's really
much
beautiful.
rather, even though there's no reference to Christmas, if I was, like, wanting to do something that would, like, make people, you know, feel close or whatever, like, make people feel moved, I would rather put this on.
I forgot about this song until we were talking about it, so I don't have the picture, but this is that song. What do you think?
I think because it's not a Christmas song, we can't call it best Christmas ever.
All right, we'll do. Yeah. It's a multi-holiday song. Like, it's perfect for Pride. It's perfect for, like, Thanksgiving, anything where you're celebrating with loved ones, birthdays,
general days when you're going through stuff.
Yeah. Okay, are we ready for the final song?
We're ready.
Merry Christmas, Maggie Thatcher, may God's love be with you. We all sing together in one breath. Merry Christmas, Maggie Thatcher. We all celebrate today, 'cause it's one day closer to your death.
It's so good. It was written originally for Billy Elliot.
So Maggie Thatcher was alive to listen to this song,
which is stunning. And so there's a cast recording version, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then he released it on his own because it's so great.
It's so perfect. The level of sarcasm and anger that you need, but it's also delightful to listen to and sing along to.
It's so catchy. Like, even if it wasn't about that, it would be a legitimately catchy Christmas song. But then it's, like, also a hilarious pro-labor Christmas song that
Anti-Margaret Thatcher,
Reaganomics.
yeah.
Which I feel like
Heseltine, who I learned a lot about when researching this song the other day.
I feel like
he's still alive and in politics, so play this song at him.
Yes, play this at him. And I feel like with a lot of it, like, there's some stuff that's specifically referencing her policies, but just the vibes. You could stick Mitch McConnell in there. You could stick a lot of people in there. Because Kissinger kicked it, like, right at the start of the holiday season.
Happy holidays.
We put this on and we kept switching it out for it. So it's just like,
yeah.
It is, you know, may you live to celebrate more Christmases than Tories and war criminals.
May you live to celebrate more Christmases than people who want to strip everyone of human rights and keep all the powers to themselves.
Merry Christmas! So yeah, if you haven't heard that song, listen to the Billy Elliot version. listen to Elton's version. They're both a lot of fun. No joke, we have that song like on our Christmas playlist.
Oh yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
I also have it on the people hating specific people playlist.
Yes, it's
that's a good playlist.
It gets a lot of airtime in our home.
All right. I am done with my wine.
I am done with my nog.
I'm done with my wine. Thank you so much for watching this part 2 of ranking Christmas music. I enjoyed the tier list version. Let me know if you did. Let me know what your favorite Christmas song is in the comments down below. And
also, who should we do next year?
Yeah, who should we do next year? There are so many people with so many Christmas songs.
So many.
And a lot of them are good, but a lot of them are not so good.
And bad Christmas music can be just as fun as good Christmas music.
So, yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!
Cheers to another Christmas ranking video.
Special thanks to Teresa Schmid, Brianka Shaw, Kelly Otis, Ben Birdperson, Eric Svensson, and Untapped Inkwell for being my patrons. If you would like to support my video work or read my free weekly newsletter, Media Mondays, head on over to patreon.com/firewordsparkler.